Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. It's been so long since I've shared any type of Try It Tuesday, and I have been working on an album for Norah of stories, just big stories and themes of stories and things that have been like common throughout her years, her 7 short years of life. So if you'd like to see what I've done so far, then stick around. Hey everybody, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. As you can see, I have this album here that I am making for Norah. I'm using up my Storyline Chapters albums. I have so many, and I wanted to create something for Norah, and I'm not going to do it in a traditional scrapbook style. I love that these albums are just like basically blank notebooks full of possibilities, and in this case, I'm just creating an album for Norah of stories and things that made sense. I went back and looked at my pictures, which took a very long time, to see what stories I wanted to tell. So I started to sort of jot them down on a notebook, and I just created this album. So far I've made quite a few spreads, and I think I'm going to share a process video of at least one of them, but it's something that I've been doing on my own just for fun. And I didn't necessarily want to film all of these and make like a whole series about them, but I do want to share what I've done so far, and I figured y'all, should check it out too if you are into this type of scrappy fun. So these are alphas from Heidi Swap, a Stop the Blur kit from last year, and I used my tiny attacher to staple them all. I did a circle cutout, and I have, these are all from Jen Hadfield. I forget the collection. It might be Reaching Out, maybe. And this is a photo we had taken right after Norah was born. And I just used cardstock to cover up the inside of this so I could tape the picture, and the staples were hidden and all that stuff. And so this first spread is obviously the story of how we met, and we can't have Norah without mom and dad, right? So I used some washi tape and a lot, again, of this Reaching Out collection from Jen Hadfield on these pages. That's what the papers are, and the ephemera. These are Studio Calico alphas. I have dating, so that's one of our very first dates. When we got engaged, that day we got engaged, our engagement photos, and then our wedding day. So I have all of the months and the years, and then I love this little hand here, and it looks like this is the note in the hand going into this pocket. This is from a Heidi Swap. I think my very last Heidi Swap Stop the Blur kit. I put the best is yet to come, and I just wrote, Norah, I had to make you this album all about you, but who would you be without mom and dad? So this page tells the very abbreviated version of our love story. We met at a church in line waiting for coffee. Daddy asked me to lunch, and we sat and talked until nighttime. He proposed on January 18th, 2014. We wed on May 24th, and then you came along. And so I put that little note inside here. So cute, right? And then there's the photo that's on the front, but you can see the full picture here. I embellished, this paper is from a Heidi Swap collection. I forget what it's called. And then these are stickers from a American Craft sticker book. It says, "You are what dreams are made of," and "Happy Heart." And then this tag was tucked behind here. And it tells the story of how she was born, about my gestational diabetes, how she was a C-section, and all that kind of stuff. And then I just used some ribbon here and created my own tags. This tag was from Heidi Swap, and this is obviously part of that paper. And says, "I knew you were a girl right away, so I asked God all about you. More than anything, I wanted to know what your name would be and what type of person he was creating in my womb. He told me your name would be Norah, which means light of the Father, and you should have joy as part of it because you would bring joy wherever you go. Daddy didn't like joy, so he chose Abigail, which means joy. I called you by your name all the time, and you are light and joy." And I created this little pocket here with my We Are Memory Keepers pocket. I don't know what it's called. It's like a pocket maker. Very technical terms. So this is obviously the story of Norah being born here, and then the story behind her name. And I stamped it out with these alphas from Allie Edwards, and I used Allie Edwards heart stamps, and then some numbers here. This is some of my favorite pictures of Norah's first year of life. So I just backed each of these photos with some fun papers that coordinated. These hearts are from Studio Calico. These alphas are from Heidi Swap. And just Norah looking so stinking cute, right? And then Love Grows here on the back. This is from, I think, Paige Taylor Evans, and that's what some of these papers are from, Paige Taylor Evans as well. I wrote, sweetest Norah Bean, you couldn't have been any cuter. You loved being with mommy 24/7. Our first year as parents was truly difficult. You did not like sleeping, so mommy didn't get much, and neither did dad. But you are worth all the lost sleep. Your face when I came in, when you awoke after naps, your love of all living things, and all those big, chunky, squishy rolls brought us so much joy. So she was very, very chunky. As you can see here, the rolls were real. She loved to be outside. That's like her face when I came in from a nap. She loved to read. She loved to go for walks and grab the plants and just, yeah, so cute, right? So that's some photos from her first year. This was her baby dedication at our old church. So I tucked this little tag in here. Again, I'm using Paige Taylor Evans. I love these big flower sequins. I stapled all over for embellishing. This is brand new to me. I've never done anything like this before, really. So I'm just having fun. Actually, that's a lie. I did do our summer trip album for last year, and I need to start another one for this past summer's trip that we just came back from. But we are you can see my husband and I on the stage. That's our old pastor, and this is about dedicating her to the Lord. And then this is just another photo where the children's pastor and director are just giving us like advice and speaking about Norah and what, they prayed for her and some things that they felt were important. And so I just embellished this photo and I had the date there. Okay, and this, I think, oh no, this is the second to last one. So this one's called Yummy Thummy because we have a thumb sucker. So I stamped the date, or I wrote the dates on all of these photos of little sweet Norah who self-soothed by sucking her thumb. That's my late daddy. Even there, she's a lot older. It's funny how I have all these little baby pictures the first couple years, and then all of a sudden I don't have any thumb sucking photos until like the last couple years. And that's the last time she really sucked her thumb, I think. So this, I wanted to do hand stitching. So this is a paper from Studio Calico. I fussy cut out all these little butterflies, and then I glued them on. I used a white gel pen to make it look like stitching around the outsides of the butterflies. And this paper, I did some embroidery on. I embroidered the photos, hand stitched them all onto the backing of this other pink paper, which is actually a different paper. And yeah, that's this page, and I love it. I love the way it turned out. It took a long time. I want to say it took hours, but it was very therapeutic for me. I've enjoyed every single minute of making this. Okay, so now I'm using Jen Hadfield's newest collection, which I think is like Flower Child. So I used washi, I used stickers, I used those alphas again that I used on the front here from Heidi Swap, some die cuts, and some little enamel dots, some puffy flowers, and these are Norah's firsts. So there's actually a lock of her hair in this envelope. I should have added lost teeth, but I don't know if I have pictures of the first lost tooth. I have pictures of several toothless smiles, but I don't know about the very first one. So but these were some big ones that I remembered. This is an Allie Edwards paper, and I just use that as my color inspo for the rest of the page. And then these are just white, and I took I think I fussy cut these flowers out of a 6x8 paper, and I just positioned them and glued them on. These labels are from Studio Calico. The alpha stamps are from Allie Edwards. And again, we have some of these enamel dots on the flowers in random spots. So this was her first step, story about that. Her first time in a swing. Her first food, which was avocado. Her first ice cream, time having ice cream. Her first haircut. And ear piercing. And I think that's it. So right now I am working on her first birthday. So this is a paper from Sun Chaser, Heidi Swap. I printed out this big 4x6 photo of, or no, 5x7 photo of Norah. And this is my husband and I with her turning 1. It was her winter wonderland. Blowing out her little smash cake there. And then in here, there are just a couple more photos of the grandparents. So I made this little like secret pocket, but I haven't finished it. I just started this. And then there she is blowing out the candle. This is the sign I made for her first birthday and a photo of the 3 of us. So I have to finish embellishing this. And then the next story, which I think is the one I might share a process video for, is of all these photos of us at Tulip Fest throughout the year, which we've gone almost every year that we could have gone, except during the pandemic. And so I want to tell that story. And so, yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. This is what I've done so far in Norah's album. It's going to go in one of the big binders I have, possibly with the other summer, albums. The one I finished, and then I've got to make another one for this year. But, I would love to know your thoughts. I don't link products for videos like this because it would just take forever. But that's why I said, mentioned where I got things from, mostly American Crafts collections. And then Alia Edwards and some Studio Calico mixed in. So let me know if you have questions. Like I said, I'd love to know your thoughts on this album. And if you'd like to see a process video, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is definitely a labor of love for me and a true joy to be able to create. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, friends. And remember that you are enough. Bye-bye.